Tonight, the Border's Muslims condemn the Paris attacks as debate erupts over Syrian refugees. Quick-thinking staff praised for heading off a fire emergency at a local bus depot. Unlucky 13, a spectacular catch headlines a clatter of wickets.
And tops are on the way up. Just how warm will it be by the end of the working week? Details shortly.
This is Prime7 News at 6 with Freya Cole.
Good evening. Albury's Muslim community has condemned the Paris terror attacks as cowardly and inhumane. And amid reports one of the terrorists was a refugee, local Muslims have supported calls for Australia to be cautious about the thousands of Syrians we welcome to our country.
The death toll is at 129 and sadly it could soon climb, with dozens still in intensive care. French fighter jets have dropped 20 bombs on Syria's ISIL targets in retaliation. And in Paris there have been 2 false alarms that sparked more panic.
Victorian Premier Daniel Andrews and his cabinet will be in the northeast tomorrow for a series of events. Mr Andrews will start his day by launching the redevelopment of the Wangaratta sale yards, where he'll also get an update on how work is progressing. He'll then host a cabinet meeting at the city's Performing Arts Centre before unveiling a new plan for the future of regional state. The visit will conclude in Wodonga, where he'll open the TAFE's Skills and Jobs Centre. Quick-thinking staff have helped prevent a disaster during a fire at a bus depot in North Albury. The staff moved dangerous materials to safety as solar panels on the roof of a shed at Martin's bus terminal ignited.
Flames burnt holes in the silver insulation dangerously close to wooden beams on Saturday.
As we go to air tonight, Wodonga City Councillors are meeting to elect a new mayor. Reporter Alexander Ristway joins us now from the newsroom. And Alex, any idea who may emerge as the new leader?
Well, Freya, there's been plenty of suggestions as to who may win support to take over the top job. Wodonga Mayor Rodney Wangman announced last month he was stepping down from the position after 2 years. Councillor Anna Speedy, Michael Fraser and John Watson have all been suggested as possible contenders, but we rang all 3 today and none returned our calls. So, with silence reigning, it's a case of wait and see, Freya.
Thanks for that, Alex. And we'll bring you the result in the local news tomorrow at 6. A court has heard a woman charged over a violent home invasion in January exchanged a number of calls and text messages with her co-accused in the lead-up to the attack. Kellyanne Walsh has denied any involvement in the raid, where a Wodonga woman was hit with a hammer.
Kellyanne Walsh could find out her future as early as tomorrow. She denies entering the Emerald Avenue home at 4:30 a.m. on January 15th, the attack. The issue is, who was the female behind the balaclava? This was a brutal home invasion, as you know, threats of violence. The jury is set to retire at lunchtime tomorrow. Tegan Dolling, Prime7 News.
The race for the seat of Indi is heating up as the Nationals announce their first candidate for the electorate in 15 years. But Liberal candidate Sophie Mirabella is adamant the Conservative challenge is not a threat to her campaign.
Nationals candidate for Indi in the coming federal election. Congratulations, Marty.
Wangaratta businessman Marty Corboy will renew an old battle for the Nationals in Indi. And despite his late entry to the race, he's confident he can win support.
I think voters are smart. They know the difference between parties, and it's nothing new. It's something that's happened before, and I'm sure will happen.
Still on the weather, and Madelaine Collignon joins us now. And Maddie, as we just heard, we can expect summer-like conditions by the end of the week.
Freya, by the time we hit Thursday, temperatures around our region will be nudging the 40-degree mark. That's around 10, 11, 12, even 13 degrees warmer than what we had today. As you can see here, most of the continent on Thursday will see tops that are 30 degrees or warmer. Now, today we didn't see much cloud around the place at all. We're not expecting to see all that much cloud as we head through the next couple of days either. Temperatures today, a top of 28 degrees in Yarrawonga, which is a touch warmer than average for this time of year. Quite warm last last night in Collignon, only dipping down to 19 degrees. Albury, Wodonga today, 26, which is right on average, and bright, 26 degrees as well. Over to those dam levels now, and Hume Dam is sitting at 47%. Exactly how warm will it be for us around our region on Thursday and Friday? I'll let you know right after sport, Freya.
Thanks, Maddie. Coming up in the local news, a celebration to mark 30 years of educating our smallest citizens. And music in the gardens hits the right note. An 80-kilometre speed limit is now in force on the Olympic Highway at Henty to coincide with harvest season. The Roads and Maritime Authorities dropped the limit to improve safety for drivers, while extra trucks are on the roads. Police urge drivers to use common sense. Sports on the way next as the Border hosts dozens of keen basketballers, and a classic catch tops off a big haul on a fizzing wicket. St Pat's are in the box seat against New City after a great day in the field. 13 wickets fell in one day on a very unpredictable pitch, including one of the catches of the year.
St Pat's were on fire in the field, none more so than Nick Flood, who pulled off this block.
And that's all in Monday's sport. It's shaping up to be a pretty sunny week. Maddie has the outlook in just a moment.
Hello again, lovely to see you. We are expecting to see more fine, sunny spring conditions as we move through the next couple of days. However, as we hit Thursday and Friday, it'll feel more like summer than spring. We're expecting to see warm winds blowing down into Victoria, in fact, right across New South Wales, leaving us with temperatures that are well above average for this time of year. I'll get to Thursday and Friday shortly, but first, let's take a look at tomorrow. And already tomorrow, things are heating up. A top of 30 degrees on the way for the Border. That's 4 degrees warmer than average for this time of year. Again, we are going to see some pretty warm overnight lows. Yarrawonga only dipping down to 15 degrees. Shepparton dropping down to 17 with a top of 32 degrees on the way tomorrow. Collignon, look, the chance of rain there tomorrow is very slim. It should be mostly fine. As we head into Wednesday, it's getting hot. 33 degrees on the way for Albury, Wodonga. Sunny and hot in Yarrawonga, 34 degrees. That's 7 degrees above average for November. Shepparton 33 and Benalla a top temp of 32. Take a look at Thursday now. And on Thursday, temperatures are going to be up to 13 degrees warmer than what we had across the region today. 38 degrees the top for the Border on Thursday, 39 in Yarrawonga. We are expecting to see some wind around, so not great in terms of the fire danger. 35 degrees on the way for Beechworth. Sunrise tomorrow morning is at 5 minutes to 6. And now onto the forecast as we head closer towards the weekend. On Friday, cooling back down to 32. By the weekend, it'll be much cooler than what we're expecting on Thursday. Sunny, fine, and 26 degrees. Freya.
Thanks, Maddie. And that's all we have time for in the local news tonight. You can join the debate on tonight's stories on Facebook. If you search YouTube for Prime7 News Border, you can see tonight's bulletin in full. And a reminder as well that tonight on Prime7 we present Stand by Paris, a 7 News special on the terror attacks in France. Thanks for watching. Coming up, 7 News from Melbourne.